Check, check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. 1 2 3 4. Check 1 2. Check. Check 1 2 3 4 5 6. Testing. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Test. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. 1 2 3 4.
Test, test. Test, test. Test, test. Test, test. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing A, B, C, D.
Good morning. Thank you to this amazing packed house of a crowd that we have here for this morning's Anthony Wayne Board of Education meeting. Carrie, when you're ready, can you please call roll?
Mr. Baden?
Yes.
Mrs. Hopkemeyer?
Yes.
Ms. McKnight?
Here.
Mr. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Stamm?
Yes.
All right, can we please rise for the pledge? You, Carrie.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
How do you lead it?
I couldn't hear.
No, that's okay. That's on you. That's okay.
Sorry about that.
All right. Item number 2 on the agenda is the Board of Education minutes from last month. Any board member have any questions, comments, concerns? If not, I need a motion to approve. Shelley motions. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Jeff seconds. Carrie, when you're ready.
Mr. Baden?
Yes.
Mrs. Hopkemeyer?
Yes.
Ms. McKnight?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Stamm?
Yes.
Perfect. Item number 3, treasurer's report. Carrie?
First item on the agenda is to approve a resolution. I hate the word in there because it says the word lawsuit. But what this is the Fallen Timbers Mall has contested to reduce their values through the Board of Revision. They have a hearing scheduled for June 17th, I believe. And we have a TIF agreement with them that's been in place for 17 years now. And the TIF specifically states in the contract that the owner cannot challenge the value unless it exceeds 88 million. The value of the mall is under 84 million. So technically, in working with the attorney, we feel that we need to file, basically, it's like an injunction to say, hey, here's what we have in place. It's a legal document, and we feel it should be followed. I have talked to our attorney, and I can't say that, the mall has went downhill. Its appearance isn't what it used to be. I think we would all say that. So maybe, the value should or shouldn't be, but it's not our fault that the value, or that it looks that way, because it hasn't been maintained, and the effort hasn't been put into it. So this is basically a resolution just saying, hey, we have a TIF agreement with the owner, and it follows the owner. So it doesn't matter who owns it, or it follows the land. It doesn't matter who owns it. So this is just saying, hey, we're a primary beneficiary of the mall with this TIF agreement, and we want to hold them to the TIF agreement. So I feel it's worth to do it. I don't feel that we can say, hey, they already did not pay their taxes this last half. So I just feel that we really aren't in a position to have those negotiations outside. I think we have a TIF agreement for a reason, and I think we need to stick to the TIF agreement, as you all agreed. So
Did they pay any of their taxes, or did they pay?
normally, they owed around $400,000, and they paid like $20,000.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just a sign, but, hopefully, I don't know. I mean, I know Maumee, the city of Maumee was on board with this. However, they are not a beneficiary to the TIF. They're not part of the TIF.
It's not going to harm them
It
at all.
doesn't affect them at all, so. But they were in support of us, they thought it was good that we were going to do this, so. Next item is to approve the high school lighting project for the high school auditorium lighting project to Labe Electric Company at a cost of $474,050. This actually came in under bid by $93,000. So we've been very fortunate with everything that we've bid this year that has come in under bid. So that's good. That's making it work so we do not have to borrow money. So we're still on that. We do have one more that we had to postpone the bid, and that is the junior high FT freezer project. Then after that, I think we're done. It's just going to be construction for just a little bit. So, and then the last item that I had talked to you about is to authorize and direct me to place notice to the media no later than June 7th, which will start the 60-day process for me to retire and rehire through next June, and then I will be done. So there's an end goal. It's kind of weird. I thought I had till June 25th to think about this, but, so, no. But, yeah, so, and we have some talking to do in the meantime. We'll have, at our July meeting, July 16th will be our public hearing that will have an item on the agenda that people can come and, you know, have their say if they like. It's just a public input. And then in August, we'll have to move our August 4th meeting to August 7th. And then that is when you would issue a contract starting September 1st. Basically, I'll take August 29th off. I'll break service for one day, and then I would return September 1st and work through June 30th of 2026. And that is all I have.
Any questions, comments for Carrie and her report?
The high school auditorium, that was just lighting, no sound? The sound was updated
Correct.
prior, right?
No, when it, we'll let Neil share a little bit about that. We determined when they started coming in that the project was broader than what we had hoped it to be, so.
There's been sound improvements done on and off over the last 28, 30 years.
Yeah.
It was primarily always going to be a lighting project, but it was asked to consider if we could do some sound improvements. When the engineers started getting into the sound with Torrance, who they consultant, their proposals for engineering and for the sound, besides the cost of actually the equipment, was going to fall outside the range of trying to get the lighting job done. So we said we just needed to break the sound off, tackle any sort of minor improvements that we were going to consider at a later time. Just, they were going to be like 8 to 12 days for engineering, which was going to push us halfway through the summer before we ever bid the sound portion of it. So we just kept it strictly lighting at this point. We can address sound concerns later.
Do we have a completion date for that, or?
The auditorium will be usable by the return to school. Our date contractually, I think we have opening meeting on the 14th. I think we gave them until the 12th to have the main house lights and some of the stage for presentation ready and operational, but the whole project completion is somewhere around the end of August, 1st of September.
Okay. And you had some meetings on that where you brought people from that utilize this together.
Was there, Nikki was there, Chris was there, TJ Miller was there, Roy Young was there, so I tried to include all the
Yeah,
main users of the auditorium in the process.
yeah, that's awesome. Thanks.
Any other questions, comments? If not, I need a motion to approve Carrie's report. Lindsay moves. Do I have a second? Shelley seconds. Carrie, when you are ready.
Mr. Baden?
Yes.
Mrs. Hopkmeyer? Yes. Ms. McKnight?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Stamm?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to item number 4, Superintendent's Educational Report.
All right. We do not have anything listed as presentation-wise, but I would just like to share that we had a wonderful ending to the year. I'm so proud of what we as a staff have accomplished and the opportunities that we've provided to our students this year. I truly believe that, you know, when you look at the success of the district, both in and out of the classroom, I think that it's very, very impressive. And that has a lot to do with working closely with staff members, students, parents, community members, and so forth. And it's just a true joy to be able to reflect on the year and to recognize all that's been accomplished. You know, as we shared in the sports area, that it was the one of the strongest years we've ever had. 16 NLL championships. We had, you know, volleyball runner-up at state, we had girls basketball runner-up at state, we had people participating in cross-country and, wrestling and so many other sports. And now we currently have, this weekend, our girls softball team participating in state, and hopefully after today, we will have our baseball team also doing that. So just to be very, very proud of all that. And then as you reflect on that, and then you also reflect on all the arts that have taken place and all of the other opportunities, I really, truly believe that there's a niche for every student, as we've kind of shared in the past, and that there are opportunities for them to kind of pursue their interest and actually then excel in those. And I think a lot of great things are happening, and very appreciative of all the people and all the partnerships that allowed that to happen. So just wanted to share that. We do have in item A is educational agreements. Just as we have in the past when there's individuals that need specific education situations and so forth, we have a responsibility to those students and always work very hard to make sure that they are receiving the education that they deserve and so forth. So item B is we have added an individual that is ready to graduate, early graduation, so we've added that name to the agenda so that that individual can be approved. In item C, as we have worked throughout the year on negotiating contracts and so forth, we also are working on our administrative and central office staff contracts. Those are the changes that you've seen. They align again with the amendments that have made to the both OPSI and AWA staffs. Personnel recommendations. Oh,
No, you're good.
I always
That's
rush
all right.
that. I always do
figured-
that.
Hey, you want to do it sweeping? We can try that. All right, any questions, comments for Kevin's report?
I'll move to approve.
Move to approve. Do I have a second? Jeff and Mike.
Mike?
Yep. And when you're ready, Carrie.
Mr. Baden?
Yes.
Mrs. Hapkemeyer? Yes. Ms. McKnight?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Stem?
Yes.
All right, now we'll move on to your personnel
All right.
recommendations.
Very excited about those recommendations. Would begin first, though, with our retirements. Melinda Nord, she is the secretary at the White House and has been absolutely phenomenal for years. It'll be very hard to see her go because she has welcomed students and parents and so forth for a number of years. I know that when we first moved here, that was one of the first faces that greeted us, and it was always welcoming, and it's been welcoming ever since then. So I want to thank her, and then also Jody Jurasics. She's an aide, and she has been a longtime aide also, and so we just want to thank her for her service as well, and she's at White House as well. Employment-wise, we have an 8th grade science teacher, Emily Gowitz, intervention specialist, Jessica Gast. We're very, very excited about those two individuals to be joining our team. And then I wanted to share Lee Pencoast. She is going to be the assistant for Fallen Timbers Middle School, and she did work with Matt Smith previously. They make a great team. She currently is the principal at Swanton, and she'll be coming and being then his assistant, which she had been when he was at Swanton. And very, very excited. I've heard great things about her and excited about that opportunity. And we have John here, John Burke. John is going to be our new high school principal. We are extremely excited for him as well. He brings a lot of energy. I think he brings ideas. He has served as a high school principal with St. Mary's. He also has been currently for the past couple years the superintendent at Pike Delta York Local Schools, and he has joining us, and we're excited about that. I will share with you that he does have big shoes to fill. We also are very excited about having Kevin join us over here at the central office as the assistant. I truly believe that they'll be working closely together. They're going to be a great team, and I look forward to working with John. So, and they look an awful lot alike.
You know,
There may or may not be some jokes about that over the next few years. So. So, again, welcome to them. Substitutes, we have individuals that are going to be hired for positions to substitute. Also, our summer credit recovery, those are individuals that work throughout the summer to help students recover credits that they may have lost throughout the year, or to just make sure that they are staying on track for graduation and so forth. We have our volunteers. That's an individual that's going to help with the summer cross-country program, I believe even at the junior high level and so forth. So I'm excited about that. And then we have some supplemental contracts of individuals that are going to be doing some coaching for us. Next, you will look at the limited supplemental contracts, and the limited supplemental contracts are, again, individuals that are going to have positions within the district that are not currently employees within the district. That's the difference within those. Again, these are positions for coaching, and you'll notice that they're all assistant coaches with the exception of Alex Geisel, and he is taking over our basketball program. I understand that he has already met with some of the athletes. He has some programming going and is working on, moving that program in a positive direction. And so we're very excited to have him on our coaching staff as well. And then finally, just contract renewals that we typically have. So. There are some that we had renewed last month that we didn't have on the agenda, or others that we needed to add it on this month, so.
good to you. Any questions, comments? Well, I'll be the first board member to welcome you, John. It's awesome to see your presentation and things like that, and actually get a chance to meet you this morning. It's an honor to have you. We look forward to the great things you can do for AW that Kevin also instilled, so we look forward to it. Just get a little scruff, and I think you guys are there. Well, either one. I'll let you two
It's too
decide.
funny.
Go ahead, Jeff. Sorry to cut you off.
No, I was going to
Oh,
say
that
the
was
same
it?
thing. But you already did. But I also had a question. What is the true, when it says 90% versus 100?
That
like,
that
that's
is
just
when
a-
we have supplemental positions that somebody
have to
may
be-
be sharing. They may have a coaching position that they're sharing
Yeah.
the position. And so they will have different percentages depending on who's out is helping coach and so forth.
So they might use that other 10%, so there's 10% left in each of those positions. They might take that 20% and hire someone that's going to do something specific for the team, like,
At 20%, so it's
Yeah.
just all based on the pay.
right.
And
it's-
it's
They're
the number of
yeah.
supplemental positions there are per the contract, that's what they're allowed. And so they might, in order to have someone else assist, they may take the supplemental positions and divide them up because they're only allowed that certain number.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Actually, I do have a question for you. For the hiring of the basketball coach, because people had questions, can you tell me the process that we use?
Yes.
for that?
First of all, everybody that applied, the application documents, they were reviewed and so forth, and they worked to determine the people that would be interviewed. After that, there was a group of individuals that were selected to interview those candidates. From that, they determined the top two candidates from that interview, and then they created a committee, a little bit larger committee, that they were able to have for example, a boosters representative on it. They had an individual that had knowledge in the area of basketball. They had, people from our athletic department that have knowledge of what it takes to have winning teams, and so forth. As I had mentioned, that we had 16 NLL championships, and so forth. And then they did a very thorough interview with those two individuals, and then made a selection from that So.
Fantastic. Thank you, sir. Anything else? If not, I need a motion to approve.
I will move.
Mike moves. Do I have a second? Shelley seconds. Carrie, when you're ready.
Mr. Baden?
Yes.
Mrs. Hapkemeyer?
Yes.
Ms. McKnight?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Stam?
Yes.
With that, I don't think anybody signed up to speak. Does anybody want to speak? No? Okay. Any comments from the board or anything like that? If not, I need a motion to adjourn. Shelley moves. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Lindsay seconds. Carrie, when you're ready.
Mr. Baden?
Yes.
Mrs. Hapkemeyer?
Yes.
Ms. McKnight?
Yes.
Mr. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Stam?
Yes.
Thank you guys for coming out.